What's up, guys? You know who it is. I'm just playing. It's your boy Nick with Hercules Fit. And today, that was a quick little Chris Jones reference for some of y'all that don't know. And today, we're going to be talking about must-have foods for bulking. I already did a video, I'm going to put it up in the corner, of must-have foods to stay shredded. And I was going to do a video like this in the winter months. But you know what? I was shopping today and I said, fuck it. We're going to show these motherfuckers how to eat to build mass, how to bulk. It's probably the number one thing that people ask me is, how do I eat to build muscle? What are you eating to get so fucking big, to get them striations and that fucking vascularity and all that shit? So we're going to jump into that today. Just as a disclaimer, this is not the only shit that I eat. So don't watch this video and be like, oh man, this nigga only eat this. No. I eat a lot more shit than this. This is just to give you guys some ideas, to give you guys some different meals and shit to eat, and just to give you guys a general idea of what the fuck to eat if you're trying to build muscle and what I eat. So let's hop into it. First thing on this list, my first meal, is I like to get these carb balanced tortillas. If you watch my other video on must have foods to stay shredded, it's going to be a lot of the same foods as whether you're bulking or shredding. It's going to be a lot of the same foods. The only difference is if you're bulking is you're going to be eating more of these foods. That's literally the only fucking difference. But the foods themselves will be, for the most part, a lot of the same foods. But there's going to be some differences that I'm about to go over. So anyway, first thing I like to get is, this is clutch. I swear to God, I love these fucking things. Carb balanced tortillas. Now you may be thinking, why the hell am I watching carbs or watching this and that if I'm bulking? This is why. You don't want to gain a whole bunch of fucking fat when you bulk. If you just eat fast food, McDonald's, eat whatever the fuck you want, yes, you will build a lot of muscle. You will still, well, assuming your program is good, you will still build muscle, but you will also put on a lot of fat at the same time. To avoid doing that, you still need to choose lower calorie options if you can. You don't have to, but if you can, so you don't put on too much fucking fat while you're bulking, look like the Pillsbury fucking doughboy when you're walking into the gym. It don't do you no good to put on a bunch of muscle and you got a whole bunch of fat covering it. It's much better to be leaner and have muscle than to be fatter and have more muscle, which is what I'm about to get into. So, first thing I like to get is carb balanced tortillas. You can make wraps with these. You can make all sorts of shit with these. I like to pair it with my G-Hoo's sugar-free barbecue sauce because, again, I'm more of a proponent of lean bulking. I don't believe in just eating whatever you fucking can and getting fat as fuck and building muscle. If you don't want to do that, try lean bulking, getting shit like this, and just eating more of it. That way you don't get on too many unwanted fucking pounds and look like you're 400 fucking pounds even though you got a lot of muscle. You want to have the muscle that you build in your bulk visible. Doesn't do you any good to not have it visible. So, I'll make a wrap with something like this. And let's bring me to my next thing. I like to get my vegetables. So, yes, motherfuckers, even if you're on a bulk, you need to eat fucking vegetables. I don't know how many videos I've seen of motherfuckers on bulks that they don't eat no motherfucking vegetables, wonder why your cholesterol high as fuck. Your dick can't get hard, all these different type of crazy shit. Because you ain't eating your fucking vegetables, man. Get your vitamins in, get your vegetables in. Whether you're on a bulk or a cut, you need to be eating fucking vegetables, man. Alright, so I'll eat my vegetables. I'll make a wrap, maybe like a spinach, barbecue, maybe cut up some chicken or whatever, and put it in a wrap. It tastes really good. A lot of protein, a lot of vitamins, and it tastes fucking great. So again, I like to eat these Mission Carb Balance whole wheat tortillas. They taste great, not that many calories. Great food choice for lean bulking, for making wraps, etc. All right, next thing I like to get, eggs. We all know eggs are a great bulking food. A lot of people will just get the whites and shit like that. Man, I don't believe in all that bullshit. Eat the whole fucking egg, man. Whole egg is not going to fucking hurt you. A lot of protein. The cholesterol that's in the egg is not going to raise your cholesterol because they have found that eating cholesterol does not raise your cholesterol. What raises your cholesterol is just being out of shape, eating too much junk food, too many carbohydrates, bad carbohydrates, and junk food, pizza, pasta, shit like that. That's what raises your cholesterol. So you can eat the whole egg. It's not going to fucking hurt you, especially on a bulk where you're trying to get more calories. Next thing I like to eat my ground beef. Again, as you can see, this is not lean ground beef. This is 73% lean, so it's got a lot of fat on it. Again, if you or, you want to watch your calories a little bit better, you can get the leaner ground beef and still bulk with that. I want to talk to you guys about something that I believe in. I'm really, honestly, I know this would sound crazy considering that I'm doing this video, but I am not a big proponent of bulking. I am more of a proponent of maingaining. Maingaining is essentially when you maintain a reasonable body fat percentage. I would say 15 to 20%, although I don't get as high as 15, but 15 to 20% year round, and you just build muscle with that body fat percentage. I'm more of a proponent of that, guys, because when you do this bulk and cut shit, you make it a lot harder on yourself, because say you eat too many calories or you eat too much of the wrong shit, you get your body fat percentage way up, the muscle doesn't look as good, and even though you put on the muscle, people can't see it, and people don't rate your physique as high if your body fat percentage is higher. You start getting over 15%, you start getting 20, 25%, people are not going to rate your body as well as they will if you're around 15% or 12%. You know what I'm saying? So I highly recommend you start maingaining, which is more so what this diet is geared towards. And, I know I titled this video as bulking, but realistically speaking, you can eat this kind of diet year round and still stay fairly lean, assuming you're not eating too many fucking calories. All right. So anyway, I like to get my ground beef, and what I like to make with this is I'll typically make something like low carb spaghetti or something like that. Really load up on the meat. I'll get my crushed tomato sauce, because this is way less calories than the regular tomato sauce, way less sodium. And that's another thing about this diet, guys, is I like to eat a lot of low sodium. When you eat a lot of fucking sodium, it bloats you. And again, it's going to obscure that definition. You're going to hold a lot more water, and that water is going to obscure your definition. You don't fucking want that. It does you, like I said before, and I'm going to keep saying in this video, it does you no good to bulk and people cannot see the fucking muscle. You want to have it where people can see the fucking muscle that you have built. To do that is you cannot eat a whole bunch of fucking calories. So, like I said, guys, try to eat in the surplus, but I would say don't try to go more than 500 calories. So do more like, 300 to 500 calorie surplus, assuming you're logging your meals into MyFitnessPal, which you should be if you want to bulk the right way, weighing your meals, all that good shit, which I already did a video on if you haven't seen it. And if you do that, you're not going to put on a whole lot of fat in your bulk, and your muscles are going to look a lot better. It'd be better to put on 5 pounds of muscle and keep your body fat the same than put on 10 pounds of muscle and your body fat percentage jump up fucking 5-10%. Guys, you don't want to fucking do that. So if you don't want to do that, you need to eat like this. You need to eat your vegetables. You need to try to choose the lower calorie options, but not necessarily as low as you would if you were trying to shred. All right. So, I'll get my ground beef. Again, you can get it later if you want to. I just don't feel like spending a whole bunch of fucking money on some fucking beef. And you can make your low carb spaghetti with this. And what I'll use instead of wheat noodles, check this out, zucchini spirals. These taste fucking great, and look at it, 90% fewer calories than pasta, so you're not going to get super fucking bloated eating shit like this. When you eat the regular pasta and stuff like that, guys, yes, you can still build muscle, you can still, get your goals with that, but like I said, coming from someone like myself where I have bulked plenty of times in the past, a lot of times I put on a lot of unwanted fat because I thought, you got to eat big to get big. No. You don't have to eat that many calories above maintenance to bulk, especially if you're a beginner. Now, at my experience, I've been lifting over 10 years. Bulking is out of the question. Like, you're not going to build a whole lot of muscle naturally. You've been working out for 10 years. The best you can hope is to build a little bit and really to maingain. So, guys, if you've been lifting, 5-6 years, more than that, I would say maingain. If you've been lifting less than 5 years, then yeah, you actually have a chance at putting on some bulk during a bulk. But like I said, I recommend clean bulking so you don't gain too much fat and the muscle is still visible. All right. So next thing is I like to get some turkey bacon. Now I do the turkey bacon instead of the regular bacon. Again, I know this is not a shred, it's a bulk, but again, the high sodium and that high calorie fucking bacon will put pounds on you. When I bulk, I don't want to put on a whole bunch of unwanted fat. That's the reason why you guys see me so fucking lean and shit like that. It ain't because I fucking take steroids. It's because I watch what the fuck I eat. I don't eat a bunch of bullshit, okay? So if you do this, you will not put on a bunch of fat and you will actually be able to see the muscle. I like to get my fruits and stuff like this because, again, just because you're bulking, that doesn't mean you don't need to eat fruit. As far as protein requirements, you actually need less protein on a bulk than you do on a cut. Here's why. Carbohydrates have a protein sparing effect. So your things like your bananas, your vegetables, your tomato sauce, things like this, your whole grain bread, etc. These things have a protein sparing effect. Your body will burn the carbohydrates instead of the protein, so the protein can go to actually building muscle instead of being used for energy. So you don't need a whole bunch of fucking protein on a bulk. I would say 0.5 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. I tell people when they're on a cut, do at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds and you're bulking, you only need about 100 grams of protein. You can literally get that from 4 scoops of fucking whey protein. I personally like to get the whey protein isolate. You don't have to get that. You can get soy protein, but just get some sort of protein source like this. I like Dimetized whey. I get this shit from Sam's. But like I said, any protein, I would say as long as it's at least 20 grams of protein per fucking scoop, you'll be all right. All right, next carbohydrate source, one of my favorite carbohydrate sources for breakfast is going to be oatmeal. I like to get the quick oats because, again, I work, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I ain't got time to be waiting 20 minutes for some fucking oatmeal. Get the quick oats, put these bitches in the microwave in the morning before I go to work for a minute. They're ready. Throw some bananas on them. You got a great fucking meal. All right. Next, yes, I like to eat junk food sometimes. I would consider this junk food. It's processed meat. It's got a lot of sodium in it. Got a lot of carbs in it as well. But like I tell people, you don't have to have your diet be 100% on point. You can have your diet be 80% good and 20% bad and still get the gains that you want. Still bulk especially, and still, have a great, decent physique. All right. So I'll get something like this, maybe you like cupcakes, something like that. Get something like that. You don't have to eat fucking strict. And I know this bulk that I'm showing you guys is a lot more strict than a lot of guys. A lot of guys would have, fucking peanut butter cookies and fucking pizza and slices of pie and shit like that in their bulk. And I'm not saying you can't eat those things. You will build muscle with that. I bulked and gotten my body fat percentage up, 15, 20% and higher, If you watch some of my older videos, I've talked about this, okay? But looking back at it, you don't need that many extra calories. You don't have to eat that amount of shit to build muscle. You can eat cleaner and still build muscle and honestly have a better looking physique as a result of it than eating like shit and putting on 20, 30 pounds and you realize, 80% of it was fucking fat and water and the rest of it was, muscle if you're fucking lucky. All right, so guys, I recommend you eat like this, eat fairly clean. If you want to get some sort of junk food or something like that, get that. And that's whether you're on a shred or a bulk, I would say that is the case, all right? So you don't fucking binge because you're eating so clean all the fucking time. All right, so I like to get cheese. Again, I'll use this with my fucking wraps or whatever. Tastes really good. I like my peanut butter. I'll eat this, honestly, right off the fucking thing. I get the natural peanut butter because, again, it's got less sugar, less calories in it than if you get the other peanut butter. See, this has only got, 2 grams of sugar and, 2 grams of net carbs when you subtract the fiber. If you get the regular peanut butter, it's got a lot more calories in it, a lot more sugar in it. That sugar is not going to really do anything for you. Again, I'm not eating low carb right now. I do tend to eat low carb when I'm on a cut, but, on a bulk, obviously, you want more carbohydrates so you can lift more fucking weight in the gym and get more gains. But I recommend you get those carbohydrates from things like fruit and vegetables instead of just junk food. All right, so the last thing I'm going to talk about, guys, I like to get my lean ground turkey. Again, I tend to eat a lot of the same things on a bulk that I do on a cut. Again, I haven't bulked in a while. It's been a few years. I'm more into maingaining. But this video was kind of more geared towards people that haven't been lifting as long as me and do want to bulk. This is a great clean bulk to do. I'll get the 93% lean. If I was on a cut, I'd probably get the 97% lean because there's less calories. But I get the 93% lean, make some turkey burgers with it. Use this as my bread source. I don't eat a lot of whole grain bread, but if you are on a bulk, you can eat whole grain bread, obviously, because again, you're not counting carbs on a bulk. You're just trying to eat enough calories to sustain muscle growth. All right. So I'll get this. It'll taste really fucking good. Mixing it with that. Get my condiments. I like to get my low carb ketchup. I'm about to show you guys that. Again, you can get all this shit from Walmart. See, no added sugar ketchup. You know, so you don't get those extra fucking calories, because just because you're on a bulk, that doesn't mean you need 1,000 extra calories. Again, aim for 300 to 500 extra calories at the most. You don't need more than that. All right, guys, so I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you learned something about the way I eat. Again, you don't have to eat like this. This is just the way I eat. But if you're doing a clean bulk, I highly recommend eating more like this than just eating whatever the fuck you want. Even though you'll build the muscle, you'll build a lot of fat with it if you do it the other way, and it does you no good to fucking put all this work in the gym and people can't appreciate it because you got too much fat that you put on with it. All right, guys, so remember, I have programs. I have a winter bulk, summer shred, ultimate arms, and a beginner weight loss program. You can get all these programs at HerculesPhysique.com. Click that link in the description below. If you have these goals, guys, I can help you reach them, okay? It's downloadable. You just download it, read the program that aligns the best with your goals. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And check those programs out. Check my merch out. It's your boy Nick, your boy Hercules, signing out.